Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 150, Cock Media. In this week's episode, it's on its way.
Oh, buddies, I'm so excited.
JfG Ash gives up on Destiny.
Fuck that game.
JfG Alex has an addiction.
It's a problem.
There's a racing top 5. And finally, we've got some fucking fan art.
Hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 150. Woo! My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my very good friend Ash. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Feeling good on a Thursday. No, there's no more song. No.
Oh.
It's Thursday, mate. What is this? Shenanigans.
He's not happy.
Oh, mate.
He's not happy.
I'm not having it, right? This show, we do it on a Wednesday. We've been doing it on a Wednesday for, I'd say, probably about 2 years. I mean, the first year we were trying to find out what day to do it. I think we started doing it on a Thursday, or was it a Tuesday? I can never...
It was one of those.
Yeah, it wasn't a Wednesday.
It wasn't.
And then, we moved to the Wednesday. And ever since then, the Wednesday has been the perfect podcast day. And what happens this year, buddy? On this Wednesday?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, fucking brilliant. Luckily... I'm married and have 3 children, so me and my missus don't love each other anymore.
So well, it's convenient, so you didn't have to worry about Valentine's Day.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't give a shit.
Unfortunately, so I'm not in that position, buddy.
You haven't transcended to my level.
We still care for each other and occasionally do something about it. So we were going out for dinner, and that's what happened.
Hey,
buddy.
Straight away in the chat, JJ's there. What the fuck is this about? It's not Wednesday. I hear you, buddy. It's not fucking Wednesday.
I seem to have made some enemies. There we go. No, fuck you all. It was for love. What is love?
What is love? Baby,
anyone.
Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me. I was out for dinner, buddy, so fuck you all. I had a lovely time. It was beautiful. Do you want me to give you a rundown of what I ate?
It might make me feel better.
All right. Well, the amuse-bouche was monkfish cheek, buddy.
Oh, monkfish cheek.
Yeah.
Cheek of a
monkfish cheek with a salsa verde sauce. Had some scallops to follow in a white wine sauce. It was very, very tasty indeed. Bit of rocket, lovely, beautiful. Had some sort of cheeky smoked duck breast for my main course, buddy, with some dauphinoise potatoes, and finished it off with some beautiful chocolate truffles and vanilla ice cream. So there you go.
Sounds lovely.
It really was.
It really was.
Sound good.
Yeah, I can't be angry at you now.
Fucking good meal. Really, really tasty. It was at the Vineyard in Lamberhurst. I know that all the listeners will flock there now.
Oh, so. Definitely. I mean, I think we should probably change this podcast to a food podcast from now on.
I know it seems retarded, to name drop these places that are local to me, but even though it makes no odds and no one who listens to this will ever go there, it just makes me feel like good. You know, I just feel like I need to say, like, this was really good. So it was.
I'd say I went out for a meal on Saturday. Birthday double dating meal.
Oh, yeah.
Me and, what do we say? Friend of the podcast, Tom. His birthday is actually Valentine's Day. So we went out on a cheeky double date. You know, he left his kid at home with some parent-in-law or someone.
And say with your kid.
I did the same.
They looked after each other.
And left the kids. We went out and went to a Thai restaurant. I'll give you the name of it, but I don't know it because food was lovely. But nice. So we get a set meal for 4. We're like, we'll have that because that's pretty good. It's got 4 dishes on it. One of the dishes was a prawn dish.
Okay.
It was very lovely.
Yep.
6 prawns though, mate. How do you share that with 4 people? I mean, that's so obviously complained. I was like, what's this about? 6 prawns, 4 people. Thai man, He's like, obviously not a guy that sells like ties.
Tie Man.
Yeah, Tie Man, superhero.
We'll call him Jonathan Tie.
Jonathan
Go
Tie.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, well, with Thai food in a Taiwanese accent, I'm going for. Who knows?
Something like that.
Yeah. He's like, he says, well, with this, you know, you need to share Thai food. I'm like, no shit. How do I share 6 prawns with 4 people? He's like, good question. And then he's like, well, that's
stumped.
That's how the dish comes. I'm like, well, I'm not happy about this. And he's like, okay, and leaves. I'm like, fine.
See, I would have took 2 of them away if it was me. But, you know, he missed a trick there.
He did, indeed. He did miss a trick. And then, like, we were just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, he's just left us in limbo. So we're like, fine. Obviously, we're not getting any more fucking prawns right now. So then we carry on eating. Like 5 to 10 minutes later, meal's nearly finished. He comes back and he's like, oh, okay, what we'll do, we'll give you another, you know, one of the meals off the menu, like, for free. But, you know, we don't normally do this. Gives the whole fucking spiel. And then he's like, oh, what dish do you want? I'm like, I want the fucking prawns, don't I? Dickhead. So we would have just been happy with 2 more prawns, being, you know, 8, a multiple of 4. But no, we end up getting another 6 prawns. Luckily, thank fuck, that is still a multiple of 4. You know, 6 and 6 is 12, divided by 3. 3 prawns each.
That was very lucky.
Because otherwise, don't even ask.
Mathematics came through for you at the end there.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. But I won't give you the name of that restaurant because it was fucking stupidly overpriced.
Fuck them.
And they were a bunch of cunts, really.
There you go.
So, yeah. I mean, the food was great, though. Loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell you what I did afterwards, though, mate. Never done this before. Went for a beer, obviously, in a gaming lounge. What is this, you say?
Yeah, explain this to me. I don't know what that is.
It's like a bar/pub with all the consoles in, so you can just go and sit at your table. There's a PS4 there with 4 controllers and wipe out a Mega Collection. I'm like, fucking sweet. I'll play some of that. Or if you want, there's a Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart 8 on it. I'm like, nice. I'll go play that. And then doing some more investigating. Obviously, they had like big old statues of like Ezio Auditore in there and all kinds of crazy shit. But then in the back, there's like a dedicated PC section when they have like battlegrounds, like fucking tournaments. They have like monthly FIFA tournaments there. I'm like, fucking hell, if I was 10 years younger and didn't have kids, I'd be here every Friday, motherfucker. Unfortunately, that is not the case.
That sounds like quite the place, buddy.
It was amazing. They had a cocktail list. Wait there, let me find it. With obviously themed drinks on it for games. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And there we go. I did take it. They sell Nuka-Cola, which is some drink. Nice. They have the Nuka-Cola Quantum, is it? Yeah. Yeah. They have the Grove Street from GTA. They have Cuphead and Red Zone, like Red Faction, I'm guessing, or something like that. It's the same font anyway. But yeah, fucking I'll name drop it. It's called Alt, A-L-T. There you go. I'm gonna email them and be like, can I put a poster up about my podcast in your place to be?
You should do that.
I should. Yeah. I probably won't because I'm a lazy cunt, but you know.
Well,
maybe.
It's a lovely idea, though.
Well, it is.
We'll always have that, buddy.
Memories.
That sounds cool. That sounds really cool.
It was really, really cool, actually. They had like a fucking esports like channel just up streaming, like on a big old projector on the wall. I was like, cool, watching some Overwatch. Okay. This is weird. And then ended up playing a game that you also played this week, Cards Against Humanity. There. I was like, sweet.
There you go.
I'll play some of that, which was good.
Gibbons, buddy. Yeah.
Always a giggle in that game. Yeah.
Yeah, we played a little bit of that at the weekend. We had some friends down, and yeah, did a nice old dinner and had a good old time, watched some stupid YouTube videos, and then played Cards Against Humanity. And also the missus has got the unofficial expansion, which is called Crabs Are Just Humidity, buddy.
Nice.
So we gave that a good old go as well.
And how does that work?
It's the same. It's just exactly the same, but with more cards. And obviously they decided that they wouldn't bother licensing it properly.
Obviously, why would you?
So they just fucking chucked it out, changed the name slightly, got away with it, I suppose. But yeah, spiced things up to have some new cards in there. That's a very addictive game, but I do find it's very annoying if the people you're with don't have the same sort of sense of humour as you. Because you put stuff down and you're like, that's fucking really funny, and then like they give it to some cunt who's put some bullshit down.
Luckily, all of us were incredibly racist.
Excellent news. Yeah, makes life much easier.
Incredibly dark-minded. I think I had something about Madeleine McCann being a roller skater or something. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
It was in good taste, as always.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, Cards Against Humanity always is in good taste.
I tell you what, I always like getting the answer Jews, no matter what the question. If the Jews are in there, it's going to work every time.
Givens. Yeah, absolutely right.
Oh, dear.
You been up to anything else this week, buddy?
Obviously, I had a birthday, mate, didn't I? So,
yeah.
I'll give you a little birthday rundown. I got some prezzies. I got the 8-bit Doe SF30 Pro Bluetooth gamepad, which is the SNES controller with the dual analog sticks.
Nice.
Which connects to either Windows, Mac, Switch, or Tablet Androidio.
It works on Switch, then?
It works fucking brilliantly on Switch.
Oh, nice.
It is lots of fun. I'm enjoying it. The analog sticks are good. I upgraded the firmware in it, so it's on the latest one, because some people were like, yeah, upgrade it because the rumble's a bit shit. And I was like, okay, I'm on that. Didn't take too long to do. And yeah, mate, it's really fucking cool. Like, I got a SNES controller with some fucking analog sticks and two
That's a genuine option for people with Switches, because I've heard kind of mixed things about that, like, Switch Pro controller.
Yeah, like, and it's fucking like 60, 50 quid. I'm like, well, I managed to get mine on Amazon for like 30 quid. And I was like, fucking, that's a good deal.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, man, really good. I picked up Amazon Fire Stick because we've moved the secondary PlayStation downstairs, because fuck me, the missus and the kids are playing that so much now. Like, just Overcooked, fucking Kung Fu Panda. I'm trying to get them into Knack now. It's ace. I'm loving it. Kids are playing way more games now. Obviously, good news for me. Video games.
That's fantastic news, buddy. That's beautiful stuff.
And yeah, the Amazon Fire Stick, not too shabby. It was on offer for like 30 quid for Valentine's Day. I'm like, whatever, it's my birthday. That's why it's 30 quid.
Yeah, give it.
So yeah, I picked that up. So we've got all like Netflix and Amazon up in the bedroom upstairs. So when we get bombarded by kids in the morning, I can just put the telly on and go back to sleep, and they can just fucking sit there and zombie out, which is it's the best.
That's the way that things should be, I believe, buddy.
Indeed. And finally, buddy, I won the game of buying games. I bought another game, mate. Yeah, I bought another game with the new controller on the Switch. I thought I need something to test this out. So, yeah, I got the what's it, Mario Kart 8, whatever it is on the Switch. That one.
Yeah, is it Deluxe or whatever?
Yeah, Super Duper Deluxeo. That one.
That thing.
What a fucking game. I'll talk about it later, but fucking what a game.
Nice.
So good. Brilliant.
You might be fighting a little bit of a battle later. We've got a certain top 5, buddy. So
I'll fight you to the death.
We'll see what happens there with regard to a bit of Mario Kart. But yeah, oh, nice, man. That sounds like you cleaned up quite nicely in the end.
Oh, I did good, son. And I think I got like another like £25 of Amazon vouchers to spunk on whatever. So I keep looking at buying a new mouse, even though I got one for Christmas. I'm like, oh, new mouse. I'm like, why? Just don't. No. It's pointless. Why would I buy another mouse? I just don't. I got two that sit here now.
Dual wheeled, mate.
Dual wheeled. I need one that glows special colours. And I'm like, oh, I can get it to match my headphones and my keyboard now. Put on a proper light show, mate. What a cunt, eh? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking as well.
special.
I've actually had a busy time at work. I pitched a new idea to Big Boss Man, and it looks like it's going to go ahead. Fucking good news for me. Might be getting a cheeky pay rise as well, which always helps. But
nice.
Don't want to jinx it right now. Got 2 more meetings to do with like the super duper director and then the super duper ultra mega director. I don't know their ranks, but I know one's higher than this one, and then the next one's even higher. It's pretty much to dominate the world of prison media. That's what I'm going for now.
You're some sort of trailblazer in that respect, buddy.
Someone's got to do it. Might as well
Absolutely.
be me.
Gibbons.
And finally, buddy, put a silly video on YouTube, only 13 seconds long, of game night, playing another cracking racing game, Project Cast 2. What circuit was it on?
It was Spa.
Spa, yeah. Coming around the final chicane, I'd say, hairpin chicane bit. And yeah, just casually, friend of the podcast, Pete, comes and just jumps over the top of my car at fucking full speed. So
it is an amazing video.
I came last.
Genuine sight to behold.
Made me feel good. Yeah, very funny. If you got like 10 seconds spare, I suggest going to see it and judge it on my reaction, I would say.
Yeah, because we turned the audio on, didn't we, on the headsets some time ago, and I always forget to turn it off every time I capture a video now. It's like us faffing about over the top of it.
Oh my God, whatever.
Yeah.
What is up, YouTube? And
what is up, you guys?
I
it's your boy.
It's your boy, McBeardo.
And McBeardo and Fuckwit. I think if I had a YouTube name, it'd be Fuckwit.
Yeah, that's a good name.
But every other letter's capitalised.
Obviously, why not? Makes sense, total sense. So yeah, there you go, mate. Busy week, birthdays and all. Valentine's Day was a no-show in my house. I ended up playing The Division instead, which was a lot more fun. Maybe
very romantic.
Wow, yeah, I guess it was.
Nice. Well, I've basically said everything I needed to say as well, other than the fact that I've got the boys coming down this weekend for some shenanigans.
Yeah, no game night for me this weekend.
You'll be sorely missed, buddy. You really will. And the headset, I bought the headset. It's on its way. And it's really, really touch and go as to whether it will arrive tomorrow or not.
Oh, danger zone.
They've fucked me about a little bit. This Alza, ALZA Czech website. Some really good deals on tellies on there, by the way, buddies.
Oh, yeah, them
if you're in Europe,
or whatever
then
it was.
Take a look. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know when I bought it. I can't remember now. So I can't remember if I've spoken about it or not. But basically, I've got the headset, the camera, PSVR Worlds, and the Move controllers for $315.
That's a good deal.
Which is a fucking good deal.
Yeah,
I paid £10 for postage, so $325 overall. And considering the fact that it's currently retailing at $350 for just the headset and the camera, and then you got to pay £75 for Move controllers.
Yeah, exactly. On top of that,
I reckon I've saved £100.
Yeah,
by doing it that way.
Definitely, and then you can plug all the other shit and stuff, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the only downside is it's got an EU plug, but they chuck in a EU plug to UK plug converter thing anyway.
That's easy enough,
so it makes no difference to me. Yeah. The only downside was their postage system is DPD Classic, and I've literally just fucking been on their website like probably 30 or 40 times a day every day since I bought it. Yeah, and they just hadn't it was just like paid for waiting. They took the money within 3 minutes.
Obviously, of course I did.
And then it took them 4 full days before it was dispatched. It was supposed to come between Tuesday and Thursday.
Spatchcock, my office.
Spatchcock, my office now. And then I got an email saying it was delayed a day. And I was like, this is fucking bullshit. So I composed an email and was like, I need this by Friday. Tell me if it's not going to come by Friday so that I can cancel my order. Because I want it for when everyone comes down, and it's my birthday on the Sunday and they don't deliver over the weekend. So anyway, I was just about to send that and I was like, I'll just check the website one more time. And I did, and it was dispatched. So I was like, okay, well, now it's on its fucking way, so my hands are tied. And at this point, couple of bullshit things that they did. Firstly, as soon as the thing was shipped, they added the tracking number, but as soon as it left the Czech Republic, they put complete order fulfilled, which took away like the tracking number and everything. I'd bookmarked the DPD site and made a note of the thing anyway, but no longer had access to the fucking tracking number. And they sent me a survey asking me to like review their fucking performance, and I was like, well, I haven't got it yet, like douchebags. And then as soon as it left mainland Europe, I was no longer able to look it up on the DPD website. The number didn't work anymore.
That's crazy.
And I was really like confused by that. And it turns out that it's specifically the Czech version of DPD that I was using. And I put my order number into the UK version, and it popped up straight away, and it's in Birmingham. Oh. So I was like, okay, fine. So it should come tomorrow. They said it would come between Wednesday and Friday.
Tomorrow.
I went onto the website today, and I thought, how can I like make sure? Basically, I need to give is there anything I can do to like upgrade my delivery or whatever? Like chuck them a couple of quid to give them incentive and make sure it definitely comes tomorrow. And there was, for a £5, I could pick a time slot rather than just have it coming all day.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, so for £4, I selected before noon tomorrow, and then they confirmed that it will come before
you
noon,
are quids in, my son.
Gibbons, £4 probably would have come then anyway, but I'd rather chuck them £4.
Yeah, exactly.
So that I can literally fucking... And at this point, if it doesn't come tomorrow and I've paid that money, then I can get on the phone to them and be like...
£4.
Fucking, yeah.
Safety net.
Exactly. So yeah, I'll be talking in the next bit, buddy, a little bit more about that. But I'm very, very excited.
Nice.
Very,
lovely.
very
good
excited.
News all round.
Yep. Oh, beautiful. Okay, well, I haven't got anything else, so unless you have anything else, buddy, we should probably move on.
Gibbons.
Let's go and talk about what we've been playing. So do you want to kick things off, buddy? Give us a little bit of some sort of inkling of the sort of software that you've been casting your eyes on this week, buddy, pushing button combinations to control it on a television screen or monitor or something similar, you know.
So, yeah, obviously continuing with the Division up to level 27 now on the final mission that you can see.
See those trophies coming in, buddy, on my little news feed. You're really cleaning up there.
Doing good, doing stuff with that game. I can't remember the ending at all. It's been good, actually, going back through some of the missions, because I remember when I first did it, like I was like about 5 levels behind you when we did those final stages, and it was just such a fucking nightmare for me. Because like the leveling on that game is absolutely retarded, and it's just unplayable if you aren't exactly the same level or within one of each other, and that's just a bad game model. I mean, it's stupid.
I mean, Destiny's kind of made made everyone realise like how much better a system it is to have that scaling, and now anything that doesn't do it just looks really kind of archaic, doesn't it?
Well,
at this point,
the thing in the first place when playing the Division, I was like, well, like at least if like I'm 20 level whatever, like 20 something, and I go back to like the level 5 area, I can absolutely mince everyone. But no, you can't even do that because it levels them up to you. It's like, well, that's fucking stupid.
That's so dumb.
So you can do it that way, but not the other way. It's like, oh, brilliant. Well done, you knobheads, kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, playing the Division, I found out that my my Pro controller, it's a year old now, has developed a little fault, which is, I've Googled it, and it is not quite common, but there are cases of it. When I hold down the left trigger, it just starts moving my character forward.
Oh, you mentioned this when we were playing, was it Wild Pants or something the other night?
Yeah.
Kept edging you forward. It's not really what you want in a stealth game.
Oh, mate, especially like you're behind cover and you're holding it down and then you start like edging forward. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiot? So I'm having to use old controller. So yeah, it's alright. I've ordered some new triggers for it. It was like £1.50 off Amazon. They'll turn up tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. I'll try and give it a fix over the weekend. Some other people are saying it's the sensor in the analog stick that might have gone. So I don't know. We'll just see what happens with it. If it has gone, that's a bit shit, because it's not like the controller's absolutely knackered. It's just a bit of an annoyance, really. But I mean,
that must be in warranty if it's under a year since you bought the Pro.
No, it's just over it, isn't it?
Oh, you got your last
shit.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll check it out. Actually, I don't know.
I feel like
if it's within, then yeah, I could. I'll chase it up anyway. Yeah.
I don't think you've had that thing over a year.
No, because I think I might have bought it at the end of the month. I'll check it out. But yeah, Division hit up the Dark Zone last night. Valentine's Day Dark Zoning. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it, actually. It was a fucking real hard challenge. Like, the AI on that game is, like, still massively retarded, with its just being able to run at you and shoot you, like, 3 times and you're dead. But, when you manage to, like, beat it, like, that sense of achievement is really satisfying. And, like, the good thing with the Dark Zone is, like, no one's fucking playing it now. Like, they're all playing the other game modes, like the... whatever it is, I don't know, the 4-on-4 and the
all the stuff in the basement
so
of the
we haven't got any issues
there.
with like other like people getting involved and like stealing our loot, so we're just going around like mopping up, picking up all like loads of tasty loot and stuff like that. It's it was really good fun, actually. It was good.
It's got like Destiny vibes, that, hasn't it? Like nipping in there and getting some drops.
That's the thing. I'm enjoying getting like new bits of loot now. I love loot, buddy, and I've been thinking about Monster Hunter more and more and more. I'm gonna have to get that game soon. I think after I'm done with the Division, I'm gonna have to pick it up, mate. I'm sorry.
It's kind of weird how we're forking off in different directions here.
Yeah, definitely.
Gaming wise, like you seem to be like heavily loot driven now, and I'm like basically the opposite. It's kind of odd,
but it's good news for the
fair
podcast.
Play. It's just different types of exactly. We've got diversity all of a sudden. Exactly. An old wooden ship, buddy. So that's pretty tasty, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's the Division. It's a game. Another game, Mario Kart 8 Special Super Deluxe Edition on the Switch, whatever it's called. Holy shit, buddy! What a game! If you've got a Switch and you haven't got this game, get this game. Because it's Mario Kart and everything is good about it. It looks gorgeous. It plays really well because it's got the jump slides again, the old boost. The battle mode on it is really fun. Like, do you remember doing the battle modes, like where you got like 2 teams like fighting it out and stuff like that?
Vaguely. I mean, the one that I always really, really liked was Double Dash. That was the last, which is quite a while ago.
So yeah, you've still got like you can pick 2 items up at the same time and things like that. It's got flying in it or floating. There's countless things to unlock. So like every time, like there's loads of coins on the map, and there's when you collect every like 30 coins, I think it is, you unlock like either a new bike, some new wheels, or a new parachute thing. Oh mate, and it runs so well in single player and 2 player, but when it starts going 3-4 player, it starts to chug a little bit, which is understandable. I can let it off on that.
Have you noticed any performance differences with docked versus undocked? I suppose you're mainly playing it undocked, are you?
No, to be honest, I'm only playing it docked at the moment. Like with the kids, we're just playing loads of multiplayer. I haven't played it undocked yet, to be honest. Because
you started off playing it undocked, but I guess that's because you were playing like solo and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I was playing like Mario Odyssey and stuff
like
that. Yeah, but now that because I was playing Stardew Valley and Mario Odyssey, so yeah, pretty much heavily single player games. But now multiplayer games, mate, it's like I get home from work, it's like, what should we do? Overcooked or Mario Kart? It's like, fucking
beautiful.
Let's get it on. Let's do this. Yeah, fucking it's just really smooth, sharp, and fucking no idea how many tracks, but there's loads. There's 4 in each tier, and I think there's like 8 tiers. So and because it's brought all like the old ones from like the GameCube, I don't know if there's any from the Wii, maybe. I'm not too sure. But there's like some classics from like the NES and stuff like that. It's fucking cracking game, mate. Well,
I have to say, that'd be the one for me. If I had a Switch, then that's the one that I would want more than any other.
Mario Odyssey was a very big treat for the eyes and ears and the brain.
Gibbons.
It's a very good single player game. That's
the most important thing is that their first party software is just must have titles.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Like Zelda's on my list. I think that's the next one I'm probably gonna get. I don't know. We'll see what happens, really.
Nice.
Yeah. And finally, I booted Destiny 2 up for the what's it called? Valentine's Day event, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm finally done with that game for a while now until the DLC pops out. Like, we did the 2v2 multiplayer thing that like was the whole draw of it. That was like the new game mode that they were pushing this week, and just wasn't feeling it. I was like, no, I have I've got enough loot now. I can't really be asked to get any more because it's not pushing me forward in any way, shape or form or whatever. So yeah, you can rest well. There won't be any Destiny 2 talk for a couple of months, buddy. So there you go.
I mean, that 2v2, the thing that struck me when I heard about that was, are there new maps for that? Or is it just on the...
There's one map, yeah, that they brought out for that.
Right, and so do you play on the 4v4 maps as well?
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, because, I mean, surely that doesn't really work.
Pretty much what they do, they put a power ammo, so like your rocket launcher ammo, right in the middle, and it spawns straight away. So everyone,
in.
Yeah, you want to go and get that rocket launcher ammo, and then go from there. Really.
Okay.
It was quite cool. Some of like the ideas behind it. You know, if you're close to your like partner, then you get a buff of some sort. If your partner gets shot, you get like a little adrenaline boost and things like that. So it's kind of cool. But I was just like, I don't know. I've just been enjoying the Division's like slow paced a lot more, and then to go straight into playing Destiny 2 like run and gun, not like Titanfall and Call of Duty like speeds, but you know, have that like jumping, shooting style of gameplay. And I was just like, nah, I'm good. I'll just go. And that's how we ended up just going in the dark zone and just fucking shit up in there. But yeah.
No, fair play, buddy. Fair play.
Yeah, mate. So that's about me done for gaming this week. What about you, buddy? What have you been up to?
Well, I've been like out like all the time. I haven't actually played that many games over the last week or so. So I will talk about some games that I'm going to play. But firstly, I want to mention PES, and I don't normally because everyone knows that I play this game every week. So what would be the point?
Well, I play Destiny every week, but I still make everyone suffer through that, buddy.
Indeed, buddy. So I've been playing my club on Pro Evolution Soccer, and I think we have to admit at this point, myself and Funk and friend of the podcast Pete, that we have a bit of a problem, because I think we may have become a little obsessed with this and not really noticed that was the case.
Pretty much whenever I check, like at that magic time, like 9 o'clock afterwards, like when I see, who's online, it's always you three playing PES.
Yeah, well,
I think you've got some issues.
Funk comes on about 10, and I try and get on around sort of 9ish. Pete is just on from fucking 5 p.m. until midnight playing PES every day. He's actually traded in FIFA.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So make of that what you will.
Yeah, that's a powerful statement right there. That's a box quote.
Man, I mean,
traded in FIFA.
There's so much wrong with it. Of course there is. It's stupid. But there's so many addictive things here. The competitions that you play in My Club mode when you're playing solo, you've got online ones and offline ones, and you earn spins. It's like a loot box system, really. But we're not paying like real money or anything. And
you're getting addicted to the spins, buddy. You're like,
not really.
I mean, get my next spin.
You can't. You could only for that spin. You could only get addicted if you were buying currency,
yeah, obviously.
Because
totally.
it trickles stuff at the same rate basically all the time.
Yeah.
So you're always.
It's just like a little treat. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not the important thing. Basically, we've all got our teams to the stage now where we're not like ludicrous, all like 95 players. We haven't got like Neymar, Ronaldo, and Messi up front, but we do have like basically when it combines our three teams, as it does when we play co-op. Every single player now is basically an 85 or higher.
Nice.
And that means we're more than a match for almost every team. But it's just very addictive. The gameplay is awesome. It always has been. Mm-hmm. The way that you rank up your players, just slowly gaining more and more XP for each player. The way that every time you play a match, you get a scout. of a rating from 1 to 4 stars, and these scouts allow you to sign players. So you use a 2-star scout and you'll get a player up to like 65 rating. And then you can convert any player into a trainer and basically feed them to your main players.
What, so piece by piece? Like give them a
literally,
finger,
you just convert to trainer and then spend it on like as a way of training up your existing team.
Cook them and feed them.
Well, we basically treat it like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna feed this player to Yaya Toure.
Nice. Get it down, your son. But
yeah, it's just very addictive, and the latest thing, the new season has started for PES, the PES League, the official international PES League.
Yeah.
They had over the last week they had the qualifiers for the PES League.
Yeah. And
basically the system was such that you had to accrue the most points and goals possible in a 3-game run.
Okay.
But the number of games that you played, it also got you more points, like the fewer games that you needed to play. So basically, if you played 3-1-3, then you've got your maximum of 9 points.
Yeah.
And then your goal difference comes into play as to see where you finish.
Yeah.
And I had managed to do that. I managed to win all 3 of my qualifying games, and I scored 10 and conceded 1 across those 3 games.
Well played.
And I finished in the league, in the qualifiers, 125th in the world.
That's crazy.
And I'm now in the Division 1 PES League, the official league. As
is he going to be an esports man? So he's got a new career path.
As far as I can tell, if in that Division 1 league, I need to finish in the top 20%.
Yeah.
And if I were to finish in the top 20%, then I could go to a regional PES tournament.
Fucking sweet.
So yeah,
do it, buddy.
I only did it because it got me playing the 3 games automatically earned you 10,000 gypsy points, which gave me a spin.
Yeah. Nice.
So I did that. But all in all, the whole system is just very addictive. Like it's very addictive. It's very enjoyable.
Progressive. I like it.
It's just like slowly like leveling up your players, and your players are slightly better and.
Chasing them numbers, buddy, just like me in Destiny.
Yeah, except there's a reason to do it in this, because the game doesn't scale up accordingly. So if you're better, you're actually better, rather than the enemies being the same sort of power versus kind of your thing.
That's true.
So we're playing against real people. It's PvP all the time, and against the computer, it's mainly a piece of piss anyway. But it's just very addictive. They do lots of little bits and pieces, like introducing when it's Champions League season, like it is at the moment. You'll have a load of Champions League managers, and there's a different scout you can use to sign last 16 Champions League players. And the levels on these players is really important as well. So if you get a level 1 player, that means he's at the very base of his like progression up the stats. So what you want is like a high-rated level 1, because you know he's going to go up through the levels, getting better and better and better. Whereas if your player you've signed is like a level 30, then he's already halfway up that sort of graph of improvement, and he's going to top out much, much sooner. So yeah, there's lots going on there. It's very, very addictive, and I've just been playing the balls off it, to be honest.
Nice.
Not quite so much as friend of the podcast Pete, but yeah. Been playing a lot of that game, buddy, and basically nothing else this week.
Nice.
So there you go. So the only other thing I was going to talk about, obviously I'm getting my headset. Hopefully tomorrow. I've paid for it. Fucking I'll kill them. Otherwise, there'll be a murder. I might not be here next week. But, yeah, this obviously meant that I needed some games to play when I got the headset, buddy.
Indeed.
So I needed to put in the legwork and decide what I needed, what I wanted to buy. And I think I've done pretty well, to be honest. So I've made a little VR folder on my dash. I had Starblood Arena already because it was a PS Plus title. Yep. I've downloaded the Super Hypercube demo, the Moss demo. Obviously, I've got GT Sport. And then I made a few purchases, one of which was the Dirt Rally VR upgrade.
Oh, nice, yeah.
I got Surgeon Simulator VR experience, which reduced to $2.99.
That'll do.
Super Hot. I picked up Super Hot VR. That's apparently the best one. I'm really looking forward to that. I've got Rec Room, which was free.
Nice.
I'm gonna get Job Simulator. I haven't picked that up just yet, but and then I also bought Resident Evil 7, buddy.
What?
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
I spent £45 and picked up basically I've got 10 different bits of software.
Yeah, you've got a nice selection there to get you going.
Absolutely. It's a real good start.
Yeah.
I'm just incredibly excited now.
Nice.
We'll see how we go. Got some words on VR from Mel later on, which so we're going to go back there a little bit. But yeah, I think back to when I tried it out that time at Tobacco Dock in London for Rezzed, and what an effect it had. And I'm just can't wait. I've got a week's holiday next week as well, so I'm fucking all gravy, buddy. Got Harry Potter World, going to the zoo, staying over somewhere, and then VR all the way after that.
Sounds like a lovely time.
Gibbons. That's what it's all about.
Nice.
So yeah. So that's me, buddy. Probably time to move on. And now it's time for the news. Fucking news. All right. Number one, buddy. THQ Nordic has been busy this week. This is quite a big story, actually. It's definitely the biggest story of the week, I'd say. They have made a purchase. They've bought Koch Media or Koch Media. Probably go Koch. They've bought Koch Media with a K. And Koch Media own, among other things, Deep Silver.
Indeed.
So THQ Nordic have bought out Koch Media and got Deep Silver along the way, 121 million euros for the purchase. But what this means is THQ Nordic, and bearing in mind this is Nordic Games who bought all the THQ IPs, so they've got previous in terms of making purchases. I was going to say sensible ones, but kind of jury's out on that one, really, I suppose. But they get the studios of Deep Silver and also the IPs, which means they've picked up Volition and Dambuster Studios, among others, and as well as all of the Deep Silver IPs, Saints Row, Dead Island, Homefront, the Metro games. They now own those. THQ Nordic own all of that stuff, buddy. Which is a big deal. I mean, if they're willing to chuck money at some of those franchises,
they could end up pretty decent. You know?
Absolutely. I mean, Saints Row had a bit of a pedigree to it. It's kind of fucked up with Agents of Mayhem, but a new Dead studio Island, coming in.
It's got its own syndrome.
Exactly.
I mean, Homefront was always dog shit.
It was, but the concept was good. There was some lore there that could be decent if a studio took their hand to it and made a go of it. And Metro, good games, and Exodus obviously is on the way. That was the only other real bit of the statement at this point. It's early doors until we find out exactly how they're going to play it, but they basically said currently announced IPs and games like Metro Exodus, which is due to come out, I think, this year.
Go on.
End of the year.
Sure.
Will be unaffected by this purchase. So it sounds like they're not going to meddle with existing stuff, which is probably good for the people who work there as well as the quality of the games as well. So, but yeah, what do you make of that? Would you like to see? I mean, I've never been a huge fan of Deep Silver. I think their games have been a bit half-baked, some of them, but there's definitely potential there in terms of their IPs and stuff.
It's an odd one because these games, they're obviously AAA games, but they're not the massive big hitters that are out there. Yeah, So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where they go with it, but I feel like it's a bit of an odd acquisition. If anything, it's like they must make money. These games, I'm guessing, not from me, but from other people. So there was obviously a reason for buying it and snaffling them up. I don't know. Is 121 million euros a good purchase or like a good price?
I don't really know. Hard to say. I mean,
does Koch
Deep
Media
Silver's
have
been on the slide, hasn't it?
Anything else to the belt? Do they have? I don't know. What else? Let's have a little gathers. Mountain Blade, is it? Let's have a look. Oh my god, there's loads of them. Let's have a gathers. Gothica. Oh, Sacred, no. Oh dear.
Risen. Yeah, they got some shit.
Prison
it's worth
Break.
noting, Saints Row was a THQ game, so it's kind of like a full circle thing here, isn't it? Where THQ went bust, got acquired by Nordic. Now Nordic have bought Deep Silver. They've got Saints Row back, like to the THQ name in spirit kind of thing. It's kind of cyclical in a funny little way.
Yeah, it really is. It's a very... I don't know. I'm very confused.
Koch Media on their website, they say they're the number one European publishing partner.
Okay, well, that's probably something.
They got some
clout.
Yeah, I suppose. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But good news for those games, because I think Deep Silver is on the wane, and those IPs could easily have sort of died. And you'll find this sometimes where old studios, even old studios from the 90s, no one snaps up the IPs when they can, and those games just die out completely. I'm thinking of stuff like MDK, for example, like old franchises that I loved that will never see the light of day again, basically because of red tape. So if you know, whatever happens, it sounds like Deep Silver kind of merged.
I'm just looking at their partners, and like they've got a lot of partners. You know, Atlas, they did Persona, Bethesda's on there, Capcom, Codemasters. For some reason, I did see like F1 2017 was linked to Koch Media.
Yeah.
Square Enix.
I mean, the sort of deals that they do across mainland Europe, like it's all good for THQ. I think they've made some pretty shrewd purchases in the long run. So, you know, it's good news for those games, I think, and also great news that Metro won't be meddled with or affected, because that really does look awesome, that game. So
yeah, it really does. It's very good.
I don't want them to fuck that, basically.
Gibbons.
So yeah, there you go. Make of that what you will, buddies. We will move on to number 2. Number 2 is Sea of Thieves, which is insanely popular since the closed betas that weren't NDA'd, which was a masterstroke, because then they were all over Twitch and YouTube. Sensible from Microsoft, sensible from Rare. Anyway, Sea of Thieves has been data mined, which confirmed that an open beta was on the way. The closed beta, there's another one which starts again on Friday, 16th of February, so a few days before this is published. And then we've also got a little bit of news, not so tasty news, on currency in the game.
Yes!
Of course there's currency. This is a first-party Microsoft title. Yeah. This is the Premium Store, buddy.
I love a good Premium Store.
They're going to have a Premium Store. Rare insists there will be no loot boxes. There'll be no loot crates or anything. Nothing that you can buy that changes gameplay either, but they will have a sort of World of Warcraft style Premium Store. And taking a leaf out of WoW's book, the first major thing that they will be selling on there for real money is pets for Sea of Thieves. So it's fine. I've come to the conclusion, like, microtransactions are there in games, premium stores are there. Good news about loot boxes, they can fuck off and die. I mean, that's good. I mean, I'm still not advocating that, you know, microtransactions are good, but the main thing, as long as a lot of these things are, you are able to get them through playing the game as well. Like, you can get some sort of pet, or you can get whatever is being sold through gameplay, then that's fine. I'm cool with it. As long as it's not like fucking grind 50, 60 hours and then you get a pink Darth Vader or whatever. Yeah, I'm I'm not quite so willing, but you're being completely reasonable there because we haven't got a choice in the matter. There's no point whining about it forever.
No, because these things are here to stay. Just as long as like seasonal games are here to stay, you know, games as a service. This is where it's moving. Everyone's making shit tons of money off us. Not us because we're not retarded, obviously. I did buy a season pass last year though. My bad. But you know, the only thing I can think of, like, if these items are, or items of the same kind of value or something, on a par with, let's put it that way, are you able to get them through gameplay, then fine, cool. But if you are restricting pets to just being a paid for thing, then that's a cunt thing. I would
imagine that you can get some pets, but not all of them.
Obviously, they're going to be like shit retarded ones, like a cat with like 3 legs or something.
I think that the thing...
To be honest, that would be pretty cool, though.
Everything that you said is absolutely true, but it is important to remember and to highlight the fact that it wasn't so long ago that everyone thought these cosmetic marketplaces were completely fucking cunty.
They still are.
And now people are going, oh, it's not loot boxes, so it's fine.
It's okay. And that's the thing. Like, they've pushed it like that little bit further so they can pull back and be like, oh, we're okay now. You know, we've only got microtransactions, guys.
Look what we've done for you.
Even harder. We're just
buy a monkey for $5 of real money. You know, just whatever. I don't know how much everything's going to cost, but I think it's shit.
£5 for a monkey sounds about right.
I think you're entirely realistic, but I just think it's shit, frankly. And
it is shit, but it means that I can get a pet within game, and I haven't got to spend money. You know, if I don't want to, it's down to me because I'm not a twat.
Yeah, Gibbons. It's we can all agree that it's all bullshit, but
it is all bullshit.
It's not, as you said, it's not going anywhere.
Never going to go away. But then, is this game going to be free to play, or is it? You know, if
I wouldn't have thought so.
No, it won't be, will it? But if it is free to play, then fair dues. I support your premium store for making revenue from your free to play
absolutely.
game.
If it was free to play, then
but
fine.
If this game is £60 and then you're saying, give us another $5 for a monkey, I'm like, no, mate, you are just greedy motherfuckers now. Why not put that monkey in the game that I can chase him down?
Worth noting that in the infancy of PlayStation VR, they really haven't got to the stage where they can properly monetize it because the attachment rate's so low that you really don't have to worry about any. Obviously, what you do have to worry about is finding anything fucking decent to play, which is probably a bigger issue. But you certainly don't need to worry about microtransactions and bullshit because the microscope is just not on that device at the moment.
Indeed.
So I'm looking forward to not having to worry about premium.
It'll come though, buddy.
Oh, it'll get there. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Either way, Sea of Thieves looks great to me. If they nail the campaign in that and give you enough stuff to do, then I've watched a hell of a lot of that on YouTube, and it just looks a hell of a lot of fun. And certainly, it's the thing that I'm most annoyed I won't be able to play this year.
I'm going to play that open beta, buddy.
Oh, fill your boots, yeah. Get it up on your PC.
I'm going to see if anyone else is online. Hopefully JJ will be about and I can play some Sea of Thieves with him because I'm sure he'll play it.
There you go. You can arrange that on our Discord channel.
Oh, fuck yeah. We got a Discord channel and you can join that on our website, the jfgpodcast.co.uk. Just click on the Discord icon. Get involved. It's been busy. Me and JJ have been having a little chat about the Switch and other things this week. It's been lovely. Cheeky bands.
Beautiful, buddy.
Yeah, mate.
Beautiful stuff. There you go. So there's Sea of Thieves for you. We will move on to a few little bits. I haven't got very much this week, actually. It's been pretty quiet. Splinter Cell Conviction, which is a fucking brilliant game,
is
now backwards compatible for Xbox One. And this move coincides with a gigantic Ubisoft sale that's on at the moment on the Xbox Store. So you can pick that thing up really cheap. And I highly recommend that you do, because I actually played through that within the last sort of 12 months or so on my 360 and enjoyed the shit out of it. It's a fucking brilliant game. So
very good game.
Splinter Cell Conviction. Go and pick that one up, buddies. There's a new patch out for Monster Hunter, which solves a lot of the bugs, of which there were many, many bugs reported. But one of the biggest sort of problems since that game launched was the multiplayer on the Xbox One, which has been frankly a train wreck. I think it's probably safe to say. I think even they'd say that. And they released a big old patch to try and fix that a few days ago. And it didn't fix it. They failed to fix the problem. So yeah, people were reporting they can't matchmake. It's like locking up, crashes, stutters, all sorts of problems there. Capcom say they are working tirelessly to pinpoint the source of the matchmaking problems. So they're working on it. But it's not the smoothest. It's weird, actually. It hasn't really been publicised very much at all. I didn't read about it in any of the reviews or anything, so a bit of a strange one that people have kind of fallen for this game, which is fine. Sounds like it's a really good game. But, yeah, ongoing problems there, buddies, and as soon as that has been fixed properly, then we will mention it in the news once more. But for now, beware. A bit knackered. And finally, from me, the now confirmed Five Nights at Freddy's movie, buddy, that they're making, is being written and directed by Chris Columbus.
Columbus?
Not Christopher Columbus, no, Chris Columbus, although he's probably a Christopher. Anyway, director of the early Harry Potter films, also Home Alone famously as well, which is really interesting, actually. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's doesn't really have a story, does it?
Maybe?
But he's got a hell of a pedigree, that guy, for making pretty, I think, excellent movies. So
he's done good. Boy, done good.
Pretty weird. Pretty cool. I mean, just his name. Literally, if anyone said that they were making a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, then you would immediately be like, that's going to be wank. But with his name attached to it, it's like, that's not the case at all anymore. So, going to keep an eye on that. Obviously, we've got this Detective Pikachu movie confirmed now as well. We've got all sorts of people attached to that.
Is it Ryan Reynolds playing Pikachu or something?
Yeah, that's what I hear. Sure thing.
I'm on board. It'll be fine.
Could 2018, 2019 be the years that video game movies aren't shit?
I doubt it.
I suppose we're going to find out. Probably not, but we'll see. So that's it for me, buddy. I'll probably hand over to you now for my favourite section. I know the listeners as well, buddy. And that would be Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. Time for the news favourite things of the week. Got a lot this week. This Discord channel is fucking brilliant. I can just post everything and then there it is. JJ not too happy about it, must say. He's like, he's getting tempted to read all of the news favourite things of the week, obviously, before I read them out. And he's like, don't do this to me. I'm like, well, I got to do it. I mean, it's just makes my life a lot easier. I'm sorry, you know, and I come first. Just like when I have sex.
Sweet my chimney.
Number one. Number wang, whatever. That's the wrong section. Here we go. Whatever.
You can have a bit of that if you want.
Nah,
yourself.
Mate. Nah, mate. This isn't the news. The Witcher dev will be at E3 2018, confirming Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out this year. Obviously not confirming it, that's me just saying that, but that's out That's out this year, mate.
It's not coming out this year.
It's under your chairs.
It's not.
Imagine that.
That's a 2019 release alongside the next PlayStation console.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd
be very good. What's this? Dreams, mate. That game that's coming out.
That.
Yeah, I'm just about to say it's going to allow people to make shit in VR. There you go.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Enjoy that. PS4 5.5 NDA beta tester. That's me, NDA'd. but luckily there's loads of videos and information about it online. So yeah, super sampling on that is really good for some games, not so on some games.
Okay.
Mainly, it's a big bonus because everything just looks a lot smoother. The only issue is when you find games that run at 60 at 1080, but then at 30 at 4K. So when you super sample it, it will start running at 30. So you have the option to turn super sampling off, which I would do in that situation.
Yes, you'd be mental not to.
Yeah, so apparently The Last Guardian is a stickler for this because it's a hot mess anyway, I believe.
Right, okay.
Yep. Nintendo are finally letting you use your Nintendo points to purchase Switch eShop stuff with your gold Nintendo points. So whenever you make a purchase, you get some gold coins. And up until now, I got a message on my birthday saying, "Oh, here's a special sale just for you. You can spend your Nintendo points." I'm like, well, they're all Wii U games and 3DS games. I'm good, thanks. You can keep your one-off shitty sale. Yeah. Shadow of the Colossus, buddy, has sold copies. You know, the remade version.
I didn't think that this was going to blow up like it has.
No, I didn't.
I didn't think anyone gave a fuck, if I'm honest.
It's already sold 70% higher, or more than 70% higher than the PS2 original. And fucking hell, have you seen any footage of this game? Because shit me, that looks really good.
It is a lovely remaster, it is. I think I said at the time, the thing that really put me off was the fact that I think Last Guardian controls badly, and that wasn't even a remaster. That was a game that was kind of it's kind of a remaster in that it was originally supposed to be PS3. But I just thought if they can't get that to feel snappy and pop nicely, then I don't trust them to do this either.
Yeah. But this was a what was it? A remade, not a remaster or whatever, isn't it?
Which is crucial and probably the reason that it's good.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done for that. I mean, the price point at £25 probably helps. That little bit, but yeah, they're obviously a lot of people have a nostalgia for that game, and yeah, they've done a stellar job with it.
And Sony haven't been scared to do that with certain titles, drop that price point. I think kind of dipping a toe in around the sort of £25-30 bracket. They've done it with several different games. I mean, Last Guardian didn't retail at full price. Crash Bandicoot, remasters, remakes, and stuff that's kind of been in the pipeline for some time. But Ratchet and Clank was another example. They're happy to slash that price, not just stick to that £60, $60 mark all the time,
which is cool.
And it's really helping them. I think definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Hawaii proposes new legislation to regulate the use of loot boxes. So they're putting in like 4 regulations about how you can have loot boxes and things like that. And it looks like Sweden or somewhere like that's also looking into this as well. So things are in motion, buddy. Who knows where it's going to go? Still
discussions in over half of the US states are also currently discussing this. They just haven't got to the stage where they're actually pushing laws through yet.
So this is good, I think. I mean, yeah, I guess. But you know, was it in China or somewhere where they found a loophole where it's like, oh, you can't use real money to buy loot boxes, but you can use real money to buy in-game currency and then use in-game currency to buy loot boxes.
Yes.
Loopholes.
Similar to the pachinko situation in Japan, where
you
win a pachinko ball and then go around the corner to another building where you can exchange it for money or a prize. People will always find a way. It's like the drug sort of thing, isn't it? With someone takes your money, another person gives you the goods kind of thing.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'll give all the goods.
Indeed.
Ubisoft have made a lot of money from microtransaction, and it wants more. Headline. There you go. Who'd have thought that? Also, Ubisoft Live Services success means you'll be playing the same games for longer. Great.
I mean, if they continue to improve them and bring out new stuff like they have done with
Wild
Ghost
Pants
War
and The Division, I guess,
then that's fine. Maybe they should focus on shit for longer rather than being like some sort of fucking distracted child chucking shite out every year and a half.
I mean, they did that for a good long time with Assassin's Creed, buddy.
It's true.
Maybe they're like, yeah, this is expensive and it's not very good. Maybe we should just make a game that, people can just keep playing.
Yeah, maybe if we made a good game, people would be happy to play it for more than 6 months.
Yeah, and then,
and then we wouldn't have to bring something out all the time and be like, look at the shiny.
Shiny. Yeah, I love shiny. Talking about games that are shit, Need for Speed Payback. It's adding a free online free roam mode. It should be on there now, apparently. Fair dues.
Sweet.
Free. Yeah.
He'll
Maybe
love that.
I'll never buy that game.
Yeah. That one dude that plays that game, he'll be delighted.
Yeah, it's
Not the best.
yeah, Need for Speed. It's gone downhill.
You're not telling a lie.
No.
Nope.
Finally, buddy, gonna finish on a what's the kind of thing? Goodwill story, happy time story.
Okay.
I don't know. So, great game. Came out 2 years ago. Firewatch. Fucking absolutely fantastic game.
Awesome game.
Great game. Fantastic
Campo Santo.
game. Campo Santo. I'm looking forward to the next one that comes out probably next year. Who knows? Waiting for that.
Yeah, the pyramids in the 20s or something. Yeah.
So, this game has inspired this chap to join the... Oh, fucking what's it called? The Fire Tower Watch Preservation Company or Society or something like that. I'm just skimming through it now. United States Forest Service, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, they go
Forestry
around...
Commission guys.
Yeah, and they go around and they go to these forest fire lookouts and restore them and make sure they're all intact because, they've been... They're a rich history of watching fires, and things like that. And, there was a massive series of tweets about over the couple of years how he's got to the stage of where he is now. He's done talks with them all and everything, and it was just absolutely amazing that this game has inspired him to go on this adventure. And it wasn't a purpose. It wasn't right, this is my focus, I'm going for it. It was kind of just naturally happened. And then his final tweet was, I don't know, I didn't say it, but I'm actually only 14. I'm great friends with lots of people in the Bureau of Forest Fires Control and other state fire bureaus who are going to pretty much hook him up with a job when he's older. And I was just because I was reading this just thinking, oh, some dude's just my age or whatever is taking it upon himself to do this. But no, it's a 12-year-old kid started this. And I was just that's amazing that this game has changed his life forever. It's cool.
It's a fantastic story, and that's something that you really one of the things that is so brilliant about Firewatch is it genuinely does set that mood. Yeah, I mean, I think anyone when you stand up that tower for the first time, anyone would find that quite an alluring thing, the peace and quiet and how beautiful it is. It really was a fantastic game. That I love that thing, and as you say, to inspire someone in that fashion just gives you some sort of idea about how well made and immersive the game was.
Yeah, it's definitely. It's the Forest Fire Lookout Association. There's more than 40 chapters in the US and Canada, and this guy has visited more than 140 different sites in 2 years. It's crazy.
Nice, really cool.
So there you go. I mean, don't expect that every week because shit like that rarely happens. But I just thought
because people normally equals shit. But
exactly. But in this case,
that was nice.
It did.
Cheers for that, man.
No worries, buddy. So there you go. That is my news, favourite things of this week.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much, buddy. That's your news. Before that was my news, and that was the news. Now it's time for Out This Week.
That's out this week. Games.
Sure is, buddy.
Come on then. What we got?
Yeah, I'm not even going to preface it with anything. Here we go. The Station is coming to Xbox One this week. It's a first-person sci-fi mystery set on board a space station.
Never seen one of them before.
There you go. Looks like a nice little walking sim. Very pretty. And
nice.
I always like that sci-fi shit. Love a bit of it. Been burning my way through the next gen over the last few weeks, so love it.
Space.
Engage. Metal Gear Survive, buddy, is out this week on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
There's another beta this weekend, if anyone gives a shit.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Well, I mean, there was another beta this week, and
yeah,
because obviously this goes out on Sunday. If you're listening live, though, get that news fresh. That's an incentive for you.
G-Fresh, yeah, get on there. Get on the. You can watch this live, buddy. It's on the old streaming site.
Get it on there.
YouTube. We're on YouTube and Twitch.tv and Mixer.com. Yeah, Beam.fucking.pro.
Yeah,
just search JfG podcast on there, and you'll find us streaming away. Normally on a Wednesday.
Also, just
this week on a Thursday.
Obviously on a Thursday, but also if you wanted to, you could watch the archive of the stream on Twitch TV. So if you want to listen to it on a Friday, a Saturday, you can listen to the unedited version where we swear way more.
Yeah.
That's a lie. I don't cut out any of the swearing.
No, imagine if you did. Imagine if you censored us.
Fucking hell, I'd have to be like beep, 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 beep.
Take weeks.
It's pointless, mate. I mean, to be honest, I spoke to, obviously, a friend of the podcast, Tom, this week, and he was like, yeah, you know what? If you didn't swear, I could put that on during the day while my kids are about. And I'm like, yeah, but swearing, I'm a big fan.
Teach them some swearing. Get in there early.
Yeah. Well, that's bad parenting.
I don't know. I mean, if it comes from your parents, then maybe you wouldn't think it was so cool and you wouldn't do it yourself.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Same thing applies to sex.
Yeah.
So Metal Gear Survive,
Sure.
Obviously a bit of a pile of wank as far as we were concerned.
It wasn't great.
And a bit of a joke to a lot of people because of the way that it came about, with Kojima leaving and them nicking the engine and trying to repurpose it into essentially a premium store.
Well done,
from what
guys.
I could tell. So that's what's going on there.
Give me money.
Also this week we have Age of Empires Definitive Edition, strategy game there. Surely there's no more that you can say about Age of Empires at this point. Xenon Valkyrie Plus is coming to Xbox One this week. It's a 2D roguelike. Looks quite nice, pixel arty, beautiful. Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 Plus is coming to Switch. Pac-Man on Switch this week, buddy. You gonna jump in on Pac-Man on Switch?
Yeah.
Of course. He likes sarcasm though, so beware. It's tricky. Also this week, Stellaris Apocalypse is coming to PC. I think this has been in early access for ages, actually, but official release. Space strategy game. Very, very highbrow planets, diagrams, all sorts of stuff going on there. If you like that sort of in-depth gameplay, then that might be for you. And finally, Past Cure is coming out this week on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It is a first-person stealth supernatural horror game, and it looks quite scary from what I saw. And I don't know how else to describe it, buddy, so I won't.
Enough said. And
that's it. That's all we've got. So yeah, we're still in February. This list has made that perfectly clear.
Well played.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it.
Gibbons. Okay, so let's move on. And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions. Funk.
Has he got any questions?
His first question is, what news on biscuits?
They're good.
We like them. But first actual gaming question from Funk this week, it goes as follows. Player unknown, ... Is it all hype? And are we going to be arsed by the time we get it?
It's a tough one. See,
It's certainly not all hype. loads of people love it, and it's clearly a very good game.
Lots of people like that game, and it's very good. I don't know. He might be right. He might be right.
It certainly isn't my sort of game anyway. It just isn't.
I've been tempted to go back into Fortnite a few times. I've got it all updated. It seems to want to update like every day, that game, for fuck's sake. And I loaded it up the other day and it needed another update. So I didn't play it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
there are a lot of parallels between the sort of feel of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Ghost War. Mm-hmm. Like it's got a lot of parallels there in terms of it's quite realistic in how many shots it takes to down someone, and you got to be stealthy. There's a lot of sneaking and proning and crawling, and like it's got a lot of crossover there. I don't know. I just from the very first moment that this game came out, like I know the whole world's gone mad for it, and I know that I might sound like a bit of a wanker for saying that I don't really give a shit. I'm not even asked, kind of thing. But I'm really not even asked. Like genuinely, I've never really been like, I obsessively want to play this game like so badly. It feels to me like a bit of a sort of throwaway type game. It feels very tense, and I don't necessarily always want to play very tense games. It seems like a streamer's sort of game as well.
Yeah,
like
it's that kind of mentality about it, doesn't it? And
none of these things interest me in the slightest.
I know, right? And that's the same with me. I just don't fancy it. It's that kind of game that I don't want.
But if that thing was announced tomorrow that it was coming out in like June or something, then I guess we'd be interested, we'd be excited, and we probably would want to get it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I want to play it. Of course I do.
But you could play it on PC.
Yeah, but I'd die a lot. I feel like I'd have more of a chance on console.
Do you think it's sort of Funk's sort of game, though?
Yeah, he loves the slow-pacedness of it and stuff, of Wild Pants, so yeah, I reckon he'd fucking lap it up. But then again, it's the whole... I'm not a big fan of the whole, like, I have to go and find my loot kind of thing. Like, I mean, I could have a great game because I've got a sniper, but then I could have a shit game because all I've got is a frying pan.
Yeah, there is that.
JJ's going mental in the chat right now, I love it. He's like, he's saying, fuck Fortnite, played it for 4 seconds, not tense, gay. Pugba seems a janky, cheaty mess. And yeah, all of those things are probably true.
I think so. I mean,
good.
I think I can't comment on PUBG until I've played it. But what I can say is I'm not arsed. If it never came out on PS4, it wouldn't change my life one bit.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
It's just not my sort of game. And that's not to say it's not an amazing game. I mean, it won many, many Game of the Year awards last year from a lot of people who know a lot more than I do. But for me, I'm not that fussed. It's not my sort of bag, to be honest.
It's not my bag, baby.
But I think it is Funk's sort of bag. I think you should be excited about it, Funk, and I think you will want to get it and play it when it comes out. And I'll do that with you.
Gibbons.
So there we are. Finally from Funk, he says this, buddy. Is Project Cars 2 the best racing game ever made?
Oh, that's a tough question. Probably.
And now it's time for the JfG Top 5, buddy.
Just for Gamers Top 5.
Oh, what's the top five this week, buddy?
That'd be the top 5 best racing games ever made.
Best
buddy.
Racing games ever made. Okay.
Because when someone asks a question like that, you can't help but chuck in a top 5.
You've got to have a top 5, haven't you? Yeah, you've got to have a top 5 in there, yeah.
So I've put together my top 5. have a little look at it, see what you think.
Sure, I'm pro.
You like this?
It'll do. It's 5.
So this is, although Ash is no longer agreeing with it, this is a top 5 that I have created, and maybe he'd have a couple of other things in there, who knows, but I think this is pretty solid, isn't it? The thing that surprised me about this, buddy, was how many arcade games I had in there and how few sim games I had in there.
Yes.
I haven't got any F1 in there.
No, I know.
I got no GP2 or Monaco Grand Prix or anything like that.
No Toka.
No Toka. Oh,
No.
man, Toka.
Toka, mate. Great game.
Yeah. Also with racing games, they do age poorly. So...
That will
and
happen.
also, I haven't got an Xbox One, so... Yeah.
Forza is out of the question.
Forza's not in there, and I didn't think that Forza was incredibly groundbreaking on the 360 either, so...
No.
Yeah. So anyway, here is the top 5 best racing games ever made, as far as I'm concerned. Number 5, buddy, Burnout 3 Takedown.
What a game!
Fucking
Crash,
absolute
whatever
masterpiece.
It was called, I can't remember. Crash something. Crash Time? Was it
Crash Time,
yeah,
with your intersections and stuff.
Yeah, you would purposely try and fuck up the AI all the time. Like just nudge them into another car or a post or something. Great game.
I mean, you could have put several different Burnouts in there. I thought Paradise was excellent, but I just thought that Burnout 3 was kind of the spirit of what that game was originally designed to be, but to like the perfect level. It was like the last in the sort of series before they changed tack, and loads of fun. That game, absolute masterpiece.
Gibbons, buddy.
That'd be number 5. Number 4, we go Need for Speed Underground, probably the Xbox original version of Need for Speed Underground, buddy.
I mean, that and Underground 2. Fuck me. Just
such good games.
Sign me up, mate. Just all day.
There was nothing like that at the time, and some of the innovation there, like the drag racing that was sort of on the tracks where you kind of switched lanes. That was quite innovative. Like nothing else had really done that before, had it? But
no,
the graphics were beautiful. All the customization, the neons. I mean, you played so much of that, didn't you?
I played a lot, and I think I'd change it for Need for Speed Underground 2, I think, instead of Underground.
That was the one that was your bag, was it?
That was my bag, baby. Mainly because it had Riders of the Storm. I think it was like Snoop Dogg remix or something of it.
Nice.
Obviously, that's what you want.
That's always the tough thing with racing games, is they tend to be franchises, and you've basically got to pick one.
Yeah.
It is a little bit difficult, but... yeah, just really groundbreaking games, and all the more sad, like looking back now, compared to where Need for Speed is as a franchise in 2018. It's not pretty, is it? It's such a shame. I mean, I remember playing Need for Speed 2 on my old PC many, many moons ago, and those games, you know, they were always great, all the way through Hot Pursuit, Porsche Challenge, all of those were really, really solid. But not the best. But those certainly were. Number 3 on the list, buddy. Super Mario Kart.
I mean, yeah, has to be there. It's
so
just, the legacy of that game alone is just fucking insane.
But would you pick that one? I think we can agree a Mario Kart has to be in the top 5 racing games ever made. But would you go with the SNES one? Did you prefer the N64 one? Could there be a case made for Double Dash, or perhaps even the new one that you've been playing this week?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the new one has a big case because it has everything in it. But then if you were saying... See, I never played Double Dash because I thought the GameCube was a bit of a joke. I liked the idea of it, but then when it came out, I was like, no, this is just clown shoes. What is this?
With this little carry case handle.
Yeah, I loved it, yeah. But you couldn't use it as a carry case handle or something like that, wasn't it? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. I did a nice little joke about Nintendo this week in the Discord saying, Mario Kart was really good. It was about the Switch, how, like, it's Nintendo, but not shit Nintendo, like the Wii U and the GameCube.
That's kind of true, to be honest.
Yeah. So I don't know if I was comparing the N64 to Super Mario Kart. I think I'd have to go with the N64, so Mario Kart 64, just because that's the first like 3D environment Mario, like, and I don't know, I just remember playing that game fucking loads, and the fact that that was the first one that you could play like 4-player as well, whereas obviously Super Mario Kart was only 2-player, unless I don't know if it did do. You know, you could buy those extensions where you could plug more controllers and stuff in.
Yeah, I don't really know. I certainly never did that.
Yeah, I never did that. I mean, I vaguely remember having one at some point, but not utilising in any way, shape, or form. Whereas the N64, like, all my mates had N64s. We all had our fucking controllers where, like, you know, you'd have a red one and a black one, and you'd change, like, the top and the bottom over, so you'd have a red-black one, and it was like, fucking, yeah, well, cool. Modding consoles back in the day, or controllers even. JJ would be proud.
It probably comes down to... it probably comes down to which one you played the most of, maybe, as to which one you got the most love for. I didn't play the N64 one that much. I played more Diddy Kong Racing than I did Super Mario 64, Kart 64. Super Mario Kart, one way or another, it's one of those two games, and that's in our number 3 berth. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Absolute class.
It has to be.
And maybe we'll be looking back in a few years' time, and you'll maybe be stating a case for the new one, buddy, because it sounds like that is really quite something special.
Gibbons.
Beautiful. Number 2 on my list is Project Cars 2.
Okay, so it's not your number 1.
No.
Okay.
And I promise you, I thought long and hard about this. And I just couldn't. It's obviously Project Gotham 4 is my number 1. Has been since the dawn of time, and I just couldn't bring myself to knock it off its pedestal. I just think that it's what Project Gotham 4 did.
Yeah,
is the thing. It's the way that it incorporated, the way that it was kind of PGR 3 came in with Xbox Live, but PGR 4 really embraced it and perfected it. Sort of completely almost sci-fi-esque fucking network racing that we did, making rooms and sitting in there on a weekly basis with strangers and making friends with people, all the different game modes, the fact that it had like the cat and mouse mode and like versions of Bulldog and stuff, the wealth of tracks and cars considering the console that it was coming out on in its infancy as well at the time. I just think, whereas Project Cars 2 is, in terms of the experience of driving a car on a video game, for me, it's the best. It's comfortably the best. But if you're taking a whole package into account, I just think Gotham 4 was more impressive. It had more going for it. It did more.
See, personally, I think I would switch them and put Project Cars 2 as the number 1, because every time I play that game, I'm just like, this is just the best. That I say it every time I play it. This is the best racing game I have ever played. And
in terms of racing,
and that's what a racing game needs to be. It is the best racing game because it is the best at racing.
I just think if you're looking at a game as a whole thing, it's like,
and from where it came out,
I get where you're coming from.
Like, you have to like weigh in like the technology back then to where it is now. But if we're talking about best racing games ever made, this has to be number 1 in my eyes because it is the best at racing.
I mean, in that context, probably the best racing game ever made is always going to be a game that came out within 12 months of when you're making the list, because of the way that technology moves on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what it is, though, isn't it? You can't. If that's the best, it's the best.
Yeah, it's true. It's like people talking about the old 70s Brazil team saying how amazing they were. Fucking Gillingham had beat them in 2018. You know? Because we've got stuff like fitness and the players don't all stand around fucking smoking anymore.
Probably some of those players are dead. So they definitely
basically what we're kind of demonstrating here is the pointlessness of lists during a JFG top 5.
Well played. We nailed it.
For me, I think of the time that it was and what it did, I think as an overall package, I think Gotham was more impressive, and therefore I would put it at number 1. But I can't argue Project Cars 2, in terms of the racing, is the best. It is the best.
Yeah.
Unbelievable game. If you haven't picked this up yet, buddies, then seriously, get involved. Unless you don't like racing games, then
don't get it.
Don't do it.
Like
just don't do it, because it is actually a racing game.
It's racing.
So there you go. So yeah, there's our top 5, and thanks very much, Funk. Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. And now it's time for JFG Street Beat.
You got a question we want to know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JFG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We want to know.
Get on the show.
Can get on the show. What's this here,
from
buddy?
Here, buddy. Yeah, like literally 15 minutes ago, we've had someone contact us through the contact form on the website.
Okay, buddy. What we got there?
It says, your subject, your message. So I went to investigate and did a little mock-up of a message that just said balls and sent it to us as well. And it came up with your subject, your message. So our contact form on the website is currently broken. Might have happened with the transition last week. I haven't checked it, to be honest. But I will get that fixed. But yeah, we've had an email from Timothy Suro. I think that's how you say that. I'm sorry if I say it wrong. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't get your email because my fault, really. That's why. So if you want to send us your message either via many social sites or just put it in the Street Beat section on our website, feel free to get in contact with us. Unless it was just a spam message, then do whatever you want, I guess. Up to you.
Fair play. No,
so,
that's...
just wanted to apologise, and I will address the situation for next week, hopefully.
He's going to look into the situation.
I forgot about the situation. I've got it in hand. Don't you worry.
It's all good, buddy. Like, these sort of technical hiccups can happen, especially when we're moving hosting like we did. Like, it's a miracle that everything else is working. So,
I know, right? Jesus, I do not want to relive that week for another year at least.
Gibbons. So yes, Mr. Sarah, if you'd like to send us a message by another means, or if not, then we will let you know as soon as that contact is back up and running properly.
Yes.
Thank you very much, unless you're some spam account, in which case, fuck you. Next, we've got something here from Mel Gibson's Soul, buddy.
It's been a while. Get him back on the show.
Sounds like he's got a bit of a backlog. So Mel says, just getting caught up with the pod. And honestly, I would give you my PSVR if you lived in the States. It would probably cost the price of it to ship it overseas. But I'm pretty much over it until they make some multiplayer deals.
Ooh,
maybe. So,
maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, he's fallen away from his headset, and it's going to be interesting to see if I feel the same in a few months' time. But
there's always VR porn, buddy. I mean, just
true.
Go on that slippery slope. You know what I said? Get a swivel chair.
Get a swivel chair. Just
you just spin around and look at everyone having a good old cheeky gangbang.
Little cheeky gangbang in every direction, buddy. What more could you ask for?
Sport for choice.
Yeah. No, it's going to be interesting. I mean, Mel, obviously the porn would be interesting, but I'm talking a sort of more of an over the top. So, yeah, Mel jumped in pretty early doors there. And in terms of like software that's come out in the last sort of 6 months or so, I think some progress has been made. I mean, there's some pretty exciting stuff that I'm liking the look of. Certainly Moss is an example of a game where maybe they're kind of thinking outside the box, and every game isn't going to be an on-rails shooter or a shooting gallery type thing. I mean, this is a demo that's on the store at the moment I'm looking forward to playing, where it's basically like a sort of 2.5D platformer, but you're like a god character standing alongside that world, and you can look around and you move the character, but also you're sort of standing over it. You can move like Trine-esque kind of moving blocks and platforms and stuff for this little mouse. That's kind of a sign of innovation, and it makes me quite hopeful of how things are going to go moving forwards. But the proof will be in the pudding, won't it? I mean, maybe I'll feel the same way as Mel in a few months' time. I just can't say at this point. We shall see, buddy. So I think it probably goes without saying that I'll be talking quite a lot about VR next week.
Yeah, we'll have a VR special, maybe.
Gibbons. Probably the time. But yeah, no, thanks very much, Mel, as he continues to catch up with past episodes.
Nice.
So we've also got... I don't know whether to end with JJ's picture or chuck it in now. I think we'll save it till the end. We got one from PJ now, buddy, who says this. What are your thoughts for the year in games? Do you foresee any major leaps or groundbreakers, or is it just more of the same?
Red Dead Redemption 2. Fucking, it's gonna shit on everything.
I think that all the time the Xbox One X is kind of tethered by the Xbox One, and none of the major companies are going to release a console this year, and I don't believe any of them will be showing one off or announcing one either. I think this is very much going to be a year where innovation it can only happen in the games that are released.
Yeah,
rather
definitely.
Than
There's not going to be
or...
any like technology major leaps forward. I don't know. Nvidia teased the old 2070s and 2080s or whatever it is, because we're on the GTX whatever it is now, 19. I don't know. I forget what number. Is it the 1970 now? I don't know.
I can't remember, to be honest. I don't really pay close enough attention.
1070s, isn't it? So yeah.
1080 is the
1080s, yeah. 1070. So they're jumping up to 20, I believe.
No, that sounds like a big leap. I can see why they're doing that.
I thought it sounded futuristic. 2070s.
Gibbons 2077, buddy.
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah.
Very good year.
I think it'll be an interesting one because of the cryptocurrency thing. Like, is that going to completely hamstring the PC games in a way? If no one can buy cards and if everything's really expensive, then is that going to fuck up the PC games market? I think in terms of other innovations, certainly what the Vive can do this year is a major deal. Now it's going wireless. That's a massive deal. And I think VR it really is a make or break year for VR. It needs to build if it's going to in 2018. Otherwise people are going to start saying this is just a fad like 3D TVs and that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly, which would be a shame. Maybe we jumped the gun a bit too early on VR being mainstream again, but I don't know, it had to happen at some point soon though, didn't it, really?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm biased at this point because I'm so excited, so I can't give you an objective opinion right now.
This is the time.
I got one coming within 12 hours of now. I can't just, yeah.
Yeah, you can't really just be like, yeah, it might not be that great,
It's probably shit, mate.
It's probably shit. Yeah.
Total fucking mistake. Yeah.
Big mistake. Yeah.
We shall see on that front, but yeah, I think the sort of innovation we're hoping for this year is game related stuff. I think, as you said, what Rockstar do is going to be a big deal this year. Certainly other things on the horizon like The Last of Us maybe, and obviously 2077, if that does sort of pop out this year, that'd be like major. So yeah, you're looking at big releases this year. You know, these teams are very, very comfortable with the hardware that they have to work with now. There's all these options available to them for optimization, and that makes things very interesting. And all it really serves to do is mean that everything's being made on a PC where you can benchmark properly and have these different tiers.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's probably a good thing in the grand scheme of things, certainly in terms of like innovation and things running smoothly. Well, so yeah,
hopefully.
PJ also says this. Also, just saw that PlayStation are doing a 7-day free trial on PS Now. Useless for me, and from what I have heard, it does not seem like it will tempt a huge number of people to subscribe. Any thoughts? And Funk had a thought. He said, "Fuck PS Now, fuck it right in the ear." So yeah, that's interesting. I don't know.
The 7-day trial's always been a thing, but
it has,
obviously
since it came out.
They just put it right on the front page this time, because I've done the 7-day trial, and we mentioned that you can use one subscription of PS Now and share it between two people. That's a thing. It's allowed. Probably not, but it's
works.
doable. It works in a roundabout way. In the secondary person has to log in as the main person, download the game, and then they have access to it for however long they want or whatever it is. And yeah, it was bad. It was terrible. It was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever done. Maybe. Apart from that one time at band camp.
The library was terrible when I was last on PS Now.
Yeah.
But I did find that it ran better than I expected.
They have got PS4 games on there now, like Knack, I believe.
Now's the time, then.
Now's the time to get it, just to play Knack, mate.
Yeah, conspicuously absent Knack from both of our what we've been playing sections this week.
One day I'll load that up and be like, well...
Affirmatory, buddy. That's a full-blown given.
Yeah.
I would say that PS Now it could be an excellent service, but all the time that price point's on it, it's completely irrelevant. So why would you fucking bother? But if there was something on there that you wanted to play for a week, then you could use your trial. There's nothing else to say about it.
True. Just remember to cancel your subscription, otherwise you will get charged. Obviously.
You certainly will. They'd fucking love a bit of it.
Don't be a fool. Stay in school.
Gibbons. So finally this week...
Oh, mate. This fucking made my day.
This has
made my week probably one of the best near birthday presents I've ever received.
We were this came in from JJ shortly after we finished recording last week, and we were both of us literally in fucking tears at this masterpiece
we
that JJ's
finally,
created.
Buddy, got our first bit of fan artwork. And can I say, the bar has been fucking set on this. Because obviously we love a good dick pic, and that's exactly what we got, buddy. Should we set the scene? I guess there's a table, obviously, in the middle with a couple of microphones and pop shields. Stickler for detail, JJ there, like it. Then either side, obviously, a couple of penises with some lovely scrotums. I'm on the left, you're on the right. My balls are shaven, yours are unshaven. I'm guessing that's because I'm pretty much bald and you're not. And obviously,
you've got the streamlined ones, and mine have got the hair.
Yeah, obviously. I'm spunking out with the word destiny in. That makes sense. And on your side, it says, "Finally got my VR headset, B."
So, Gibbons.
I respond with, "It's just your foreskin, buddy." And on the picture, I am foreskinless, and Alex has a foreskin all over his bell end.
It's my VR headset.
It's your VR headset, buddy, but it's actually just your foreskin. Can I just say, JJ, fucking well played, sir.
Unbelievable work.
Like, I just didn't expect anything like this. It's just been, that's going. I'm going to frame it and put it on my wall, I think.
Well, we certainly need to check it out on our social media as well.
Yeah.
It's a special image.
Fantastic, mate. Best I've ever seen.
So tasty. Beautiful work. Absolute legendary fucking... I think JJ said that this will be the first and last time that he provides us with any sort of art. So
yeah,
Mel can relax if he thinks that JJ's kind of stepping on his patch at all. You know?
Oh, we forgot to mention the other week in the PS4 community, Mel did actually post another classic PlayStation game picture on there. I couldn't work out what game it was, but it fucking looked insane. As always.
He knows how to pick them in terms of pieces of shit. so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's done good. Yeah.
He's got it. Beautiful.
Nailed it.
Well, thank you so much, JJ. Thanks to PJ, thanks to Funk, thanks to everyone who contributed this week. Yes. And if you want to see that JJ dick pic, then you can find that on our Twiddle and Facebook. We'll make sure it's up there by the time you listen to this.
And it's already on our Discord if you want to go there.
Gibbons, yeah. And you can do that. Fucking all power to you if you do. So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 150 of the show. I can only apologise once more that it is a Thursday rather than a Wednesday. This is probably really fucking you up. You don't know if it's arsehole or breakfast time.
I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I mean, I'm just going to have to do a shit edit and just wang it up.
Just wang it up.
Just fucking wang it up, mate.
Just wang it up.
Just wang it up. When you got to go, you got to go, you know.
Innit?
The rules.
Gibbons. Well,
yeah.
What are we going to play now?
It's Pez, apparently, because it's what you're addicted to.
I do love a bit of Pez. It's gorgeous, fruity football of joy. I love it.
Indeed.
Yeah, okay. Well, we can go and do that. That's fine.
I feel like we should have done something special for 150, but meh, it's only 150, isn't it?
I think once you clear, you know, we did a 50th special.
Yeah, we did 50, we did 100. Next one's
once you get 200. To the ton, then really it's 200, 300,
300, yeah.
So, you know, I mean, this is like fucking clockwork, buddies. Yeah. So you'll know in 50 weeks' time that we'll be doing our
next
200th
year.
Episode special.
Yeah, that might fall.
It's going to be around Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, fucking hell.
What
Can't
is
wait.
the date in 50 weeks' time?
Go on, Google.
Google. Add or subtract from a date. Here we go, hang on. Start weeks. Date. What's the date today?
15th
of February 2018.
February. Oh, I still can't say it.
Add 50 weeks.
It's going to be a Thursday, so it's going to be wrong.
Calculate new date. It will be it'll be New Year's Eve.
Brilliant.
There you go.
Oh god! So it's going to be our Game of the Year podcast. It's going to be episode 200 if we don't miss a week.
Man, what a special occasion that's going to be.
Look forward to that.
As the listeners continue to want the answer desperately to two questions: how much longer are we going to actually be alive, and why the fuck do we continue to record a podcast? we will not answer either of these, buddies.
No.
We'll see you in the new year. Anyway, we'll see. Closer than that, we'll see you next week, of course. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to fuck off and play some football. Tomorrow I'm going to strap VR to my face. It's the future, you know. So it only really remains for me to say thanks so much. And you can find us at a selection of different places, including www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, Facebook /The JFG Podcast, Twitter /The JFG Podcast. We're also on SoundCloud if you want an episode from many years ago. SoundCloud.com /Just for Gamers. We're on the video streaming sites, YouTube. You can find us on there, JFG Podcast, twitch.tv /The JFG Podcast, and mixer.com, beam.fucking pro /The JFG Podcast. come and join our PS4 community, buddies. You can see a myriad of things, stuff like Mel Gibson Soul's art. Actually, we can get JJ's art onto the community. I'll
we'll put it on there. Yeah, we'll get it on there.
I'll get that up there. That'll be good. And you can also find us on Google Plus, of course, if that is how you choose to live your life. Cheers, buddies. We will catch you next week. Until then, I have been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Farewell. You've been listening to the JfG podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook.com/the JfG podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JfG podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.